Well, I thought that she was really interesting. Her backstory was so poignant to me, and I wanted to explore what does that feel like when you experience so much pain that it becomes impossible to identify who you are anymore. That was really poignant to me.
There was another life before life began on the street. My character, JD, that Robert wrote, was a truck driver. Was in a severe accident, had a head injury, was never quite the same. And like a lot of people in his situation that had injuries that were severe, was medicated with painkillers, which he developed an addiction to. And that changed the course of his life. That's a thumbnail sketch of what happened. It's a story that probably isn't unfamiliar.
I think that it's a great opportunity for stories to be told so that people have the opportunity to relate to the situation, to relate to the feelings of the people that are portrayed, and to relate to the condition and the circumstance of not having a stable place to live.
This is a piece that kind of humanizes and puts an emotional center at the characters that are experiencing it. It has to do with social issues, political issues, a lot of humor, drug addiction, mental illness. Issues have to be tackled and should be tackled. It helps with awareness. It doesn't necessarily, come up with a solution. Maybe it asks more questions than it gives answers to. But I think that's one thing that, that writers and artists can do is, pose the question and make sure the question stays out there.
There's a lot of openness right now. There's a lot of focus right now on the issue of people not having a stable place to live. And I think it's extremely important that we look at this issue from all different angles and expose as many people to feeling comfortable and talking about it as possible. And sometimes theater or film can help open up the subject matter for more people to feel more comfortable and understand. So I think that I thought it was really important to do right now.
The only experience I had was, I think I did sleep in a park a couple of nights, and I did not have a place of my own, and so I was like freeloading, and I guess I slept in the park. I don't think unless you spent time not knowing where you're going to find shelter, can you actually comprehend psychologically what that means. And I think that's the point. I think that's the point of the piece.
I think that Robert is a really amazing person. The depths that he's gone to in his life, that this is his passion, and that he's really walking the walk. We all sort of have, all the people that I know who are advocates, they have their corner of the world that they take care of. And then we each support each other in those corners that people are really diving really deeply into. And it's really nice to know that Robert has got this corner of the world and makes such an amazing effort to work with people who happen to not have a stable living situation, and also to tell the rest of us about their stories so that we can relate more and understand some of the issues of this extremely difficult problem that we're having right now in our country.